Hey YouTube fam, welcome to my first video of 2021. Today I'm going to show you how to do this look on this eye. Today we'll be using the Viseart Neutral Matte Eyeshadow Palette that I got on last month's BoxyCharm. With a MAC 217, I'll be picking up the third color on the second row. Unfortunately, this palette doesn't have names, but it's alright, we'll make do. So taking that color, I'm going to pack it onto the crease as per usual. I've already primed my eye because, well, it's 2021 and ain't nobody got time to watch me apply the same thing over and over. Plus, it's not like I've changed the product at all. It's literally the same as it's always been. It's just the Anastasia Eye Primer. It's my favorite, you guys know. Also, I know I said on my previous video that I was going to be consistent, but I legit picked the wrong timing to even try. Now, for sure, I'll do my best to post once a week. Sorry about that, guys. Honestly, life just got the better of me, as it happens to all of us. But anyway, how's your guys' 2021 going so far? I mean, I know we just started, but I feel like so much is just happening all at once, you know? It's crazy. So next, on a MAC 224 fluffy brush, I'll be taking the color right above the first one. It's like a burnt orange color, very pretty. One of my favorite kind of shades. I don't know what it is about that color. It gives me so much life. Like always, I'm taking that color and applying it right where that first color ends to blend them together. Sort of like a transition color, although we are going to go in with the third color, but it helps start the transition. With a Morphe E27 brush, I'll be picking up the first color on the first row. It's like a skin tone nude. It will help seamlessly blend that burnt orange color. It kind of goes, it's like very close to my skin color, so it really gives it that nice blend that I'm looking for. So now I'm gonna go in with that first original color, as I normally always do, just to touch it up, make sure that the pigment is still there, and in a way it kind of helps continue that blending process. Now with that same fluffy brush, reapplying that burnt orange, just so that this is going to be repetitive, but to keep it all smooth and keep it all blended. And then again, going to go in with that third, very last color, just to make sure it all just, it goes, it flows, however you want to put it. Like in all my previous videos, it's just a constant going back and forth. You know, it's a lot, it's repetitive, it can get annoying, but it's so worth it once you see the results of it all. With my MAC 208, I'll be picking up the third color on the third row, right below that first color we used. What I'm going to do is basically apply a shadow liner. So actually, if you're struggling with liner, this is a great way to get started. You could use a brown eyeshadow. You don't have to go straight to black, but it's a great way to get that practice in, and it's like easy to wipe off. And if you were to mess it up, it's just an easy fix. All you would do is just grab like a slightly bigger brush and just blend out the edges and make it like a smoky liner. You know, it's like no harm, no foul, right? Super easy. Totally recommend this for someone that's barely starting out with liner and isn't sure how to get started. With a small tapered blending brush, I'm going to pick up that same color and blend in that liner on the outer corner and into the crease. I'm not sure on the number of this particular brush. I use it so often that it's completely rubbed off. I do know it's a Morphe brush though, just not sure on the number, but you know, something similar to that will work just fine. Just something small to really get into that little crease area, you know? Adding that deeper shade really gave this eyeshadow look more definition. You know, it's something about making these eye looks, there's always something different about it, or just seeing the buildup of how it's slowly getting more and more defined. It's awesome. I love it. I'm going back in with that MAC 208 brush just to give that liner a little bit more definition, add a little bit more here and there to try and match it up with the other eye. I know it can sometimes be hard to make it entirely symmetrical, but I mean, you can always try. And now going back in with that first original color, you know, I don't even know why I explain it. You guys know, just the first color, the second color, the third color, making sure it's all seamless. Does anything ever change with me? Here you'll see me go back in with that angled brush again, just to make sure it's semi-symmetrical. Sometimes, you know, I have to go back and just make sure it's all semi-even, at least, because we know it's never going to be fully even. At least I know that's the case for me. Now going in with my primer, whatever primer that may be that you use, it's cool. And with this brush, it's like a domed, very thin brush. I'm put some on the back of my hand, and taking little by little, I'm gonna cut the crease a little bit, not like a super intense over the top cut crease. It's kind of like a natural cut crease. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, you see it on the other eye. It's not super intense, super crazy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Please take your time when it comes to this step. It can be so easy to just, with a flick of the wrist, mess up everything that you've done. So take your time. With a brush similar to the one that I used previously, just a little bit more fluffy, I'm using my my compact powder. And I'm taking some and setting the primer. It adds a little bit of color, but nothing too over the top. It's still semi-natural. Now going in with that small tapered blending brush and just blending in that little line that was created with the primer, and just making it just smooth, as smooth as I possibly can. a lot of back and forth. Sorry, but this is my process. This is how I get everything to look the way I want it to. It's work. It's a lot of work, but I always love the result of it all. So here I'm just taking my Gerard Cosmetics highlighter in Marylin, I believe it's called, and taking a fan brush and applying that onto my brow bone. It's the same highlight that I used all over like my skin and all, but I'm using it as a highlight. And now here you'll see me take my Illimite Cosmetics lash curler. It's a really great lash curler. I've said it before, I don't have a lot of lashes, or I do, but they're just not very long, but this really gives it great length. Here I'm just applying mascara like I normally do. You guys know I always use the same ones. It just has not changed. I don't know what it is about these two that just are a perfect combination for me. With this really small tapered brush, I don't know who it's by or what number. I've had it for a really long time. But I'm using that burnt orange and putting that on my lower lash line. Now going in with that MAC 224 to help blend out the edges. It doesn't have any excess product, just whatever was left over from, you know, the previous time. It really just helps it blend a lot better, much more seamless without it looking so harsh. And now going in with that bigger fluffy brush and going with that like skin tone color to help blend out the orange, you know, the back and forth, same process as the top. Now with the small shader brush, I'm taking that first original color and just really putting it as close to the lash line as possible, just to add a little bit more definition. I didn't want to go in with that darker one because then it'll make it really smoky, which, you know, nothing wrong with that, but I don't want it to be super intense, just a little something. I know it looks like I'm really packing the colors in there, but I promise I'm not. I'm being so gentle and not pushing it into my skin. I swear. I know it looks that way, but it's not. Now with this really tiny brush, I'm gonna take that same highlighter that I had used underneath my brow and applying it onto the inner corner. At first I'm applying it dry just to see how much intensity I can get out of it. You know, sometimes a shadow will, or a highlighter will really pop on its own, but here you'll see me add some setting spray just to make it that much more intense. You know how I am with my inner corner highlights. I needed to pop. And now going in with my mascara on my lower lashes, can never miss that. Now going in with that Maybelline mascara that you guys know I love. It's that brush, man. It's just that brush. It's small, petite. It gets all the hairs the way I want it. It's perfect. I don't know what else to say about it. Sweet. So now with my Illimite Cosmetics 2-in-1 liner, I'm just going to apply a really small thin line. No wing liner. I think that the shadow liner kind of does it all for me, but this really helps, you know, because it's a lash glue on top of a liner. So when I apply my lashes, it'll really stick on the way I want them to, and they're not gonna go anywhere. It's super easy, 2-in-1. You know, and here we are with the lashes. I'm using the style Bonita. It's also by Illimite Cosmetics. These lashes are one of my absolute favorites. It is just, I mean, look at that. Look at that. So beautiful. to the lips. So I'm gonna use the Illimite Cosmetics Holly liquid lipstick. It's this, oh, do you see that? Beautiful, beautiful, intense red. It was part of the holiday collection, I believe. It was like 2 liquid lipsticks and 2 lip glosses. I had like yet to use this particular color, and I was dying, and I mean dying to try it on, like to just wear it without having to take it off right away, you know? So comfortable. And the pigment, I mean, the pigment speaks, like, it speaks for itself. But super comfy. You don't even feel like you have a liquid lipstick on, which is really hard sometimes. It's just, it is perfection. I recommend you guys look into getting yourself some. I know I take my sweet time applying this color, but red is just one of those colors that if you mess it up and you let it sit, it's gonna stay and it's gonna look like you have a rash. Nobody, and I mean nobody likes that. So take your time with this. Make sure it's as clean and as neat as you want it. Alright, now comes the cringy part. Applying my Urban Decay Perversion liner onto my top waterline. I know it looks weird, but it just really helps blend in your falsies with your natural lashes also, you know? While this red liquid lipstick gives me life, I'm gonna add a lip gloss right to the center, and it's also by Illimite Cosmetics. It's in the shade Icy, and it's just, I mean, do you see that? Y'all, that is, ugh. And it's only the center. I don't add it to the full lip. It just gives it a really nice, I don't know, it gives it so much more dimension. I just used a disposable applicator only because I didn't want to ruin the whole clearness of the lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And now to set it all into place, I'm using my NYX matte setting spray all over just to make sure it lasts as long as I want it to last. And here is the complete look. Yeah, all the angles. Oh, hair down. Yep. How pretty is all that? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye.